Greetings, Internet Drinking Buddies. My name is Link. The show's name is Tubbin and Chugging, and on this episode, I'll be imbibing Godiva White Chocolate Liqueur. Welcome back to the tub, everybody. Now, I was recently given a little bit of spending money to take down to the old liquor store, and I stumbled across this bad boy here, which normally I would have passed on, given the price, which we will get to. But, being a fan of Godiva chocolate and white chocolate in general when it avoids palm oil, I decided to treat myself to this here white chocolate liqueur, so let's go ahead and take a closer look. Godiva White Chocolate Liqueur comes in at 15% alcohol by volume, which to me is more of a wine than a liqueur. Godiva. A liqueur is more of like a 20%, 25, 30% type thing. A wine, 15%, which is what this is. But hey, we'll roll with it. Obviously, it has Godiva's own white chocolate in it, as well as a Madagascar vanilla. Can't really tell from the bottle, but it should produce a nice creamy texture as a result of those two things. Now, the import is going to cost us, whether it's the Belgian chocolate or the Madagascar vanilla. This bad boy's going to range from $27 to $33, depending on where you find it, for a fifth, which is going to end up around $5 a drink, putting it in the the upper echelons of the Tubbin and Chugging database. I feel like we've been saying that a lot on recent episodes, but with that kind of price tag, we really have to sort of throw out our "is it worth it" mindset and focus more on how best to enjoy the product. And with that in mind, obviously I'll do a shot just to keep the channel name consistent. But I'm also going to be making a little White Russian here with it, the variant that Godiva recommends for it, as it's it's kind of already pre-mixed for it. And we'll evaluate it from that perspective, as well as just that how does it taste on its own. They also recommend adding it to baked goods, like a brownie batter or a cake frosting. So I won't be making those here, as a little difficult to get an oven into the tub. That is something to keep in mind, as what would you do with this very sort of high-end product? For the shot portion, as it is a Belgian chocolate, I've got a nice little Brussels shot glass here. We do need a toast, and might as well keep that consistent. Prost! Ooh! It hits you in a wave, really, which, given that I don't imagine it's intended to be drunk as a shot, is kind of interesting. It really starts out as this, creamy milk type thing. The vanilla is very strong in it, comes through very clearly, but it's like a creamy, milky vanilla kind of shake thing, and then it starts to hit you with more of that, what I'd call that classic kind of white chocolate taste. If anything, it reminds me the most of like a white chocolate Kit Kat, with that kind of flavoring overall. I haven't had too much of Godiva's own white chocolate. I'm more of a dark chocolate guy with Godiva, but you get that kind of sensation of it at the end while it's sort of mixed into this vanilla milkshakey thing. It's very good. Very good. $5 a drink good? I don't know, but it's fun. With that in mind, let's go to what the more sort of intended use case is. And that's going to be in a cocktail. Now, White Russian is typically this recipe, but for the Godiva variant, all we needed was cream. Milk will work just fine as well as a shot of vodka, and half a shot, of vodka, and a full shot of this bad boy. Cheers. Gets kind of lost in there. Let's make sure we've done a good job of really stirring it up. Cinnamon stick stir, always a classic. A lot of cinnamon on that one. A White Russian's a good drink, you know? It tastes basically like milk. It drowns the vodka within that creamy kind of texture to it. I just don't know why you would buy this sort of expensive liqueur wine type deal to put in it when, you know, the vanilla comes through a little bit, but it's really the milk that's drowning it out. The vodka's just kind of there in the background to keep the proof relatively high. This may be the worst compliment or insult you could give something. It's just fine, you know? It's okay. It's a good cocktail. But I really thought the taste would shine through more, given that, you know, it's a recipe that they designed with this product in mind. It's just okay. It feels like a luxury good to me, I think. It's the kind of thing that, like, you buy because it's a little bit better. The price to performance has gone completely down once you enter like a certain bracket. But if you pay for that little bit extra, it tastes, well, if you pay a lot more, it tastes a little bit extra good. It's just not very good value. But as we said at the beginning, we're not really focused on value. This is a treat. This is something you get every once in a while for fun because you had a little bit of, you know, spending money to go with it. And from that perspective, it's fun on its own. I really do think it would be interesting to bake with it, as they recommend. That's a pretty expensive brownie at that point, but like, I don't know, maybe it's just that much better. Bizarrely, I might just sip that straight. Like, it's a very nice vanilla-y kind of, you know, milkshakey thing with that little bit of white chocolate kick to it. It's fun on its own. I just don't think it really mixes in well. Well, it mixes in too well to a cocktail, and that unfortunately kind of just drowns it out. Maybe too much cinnamon. I don't know. Not the best mixologist so much as I am just a connoisseur, but it's just a good, like, it doesn't taste all that different than a normal White Russian to me, which is just, you know, a creamy kind of thing concealing vodka with a little bit extra kick for the proof-wise from it, but man, it's just hard to really see that shine through with it. So I think my recommendation would be to, if you're going to use it, look into the baking, because that would be fun, and, you know, just pour yourself a glass of it. I think that's honestly probably the best it's going to be, because it's not sharp enough to really stand out in a cocktail. So I think you do want to sip on it neat. That's just kind of my ideal. Right? As always, let me know if there are other alcohols you'd like to see me review, and please drink responsibly.